You know, it's one thing to be head over heels for horse racing, especially if you're a jockey, but what if you're thrown head over heels and it's all caught on camera? That's what happened to our next guest. Prompter, will you move the prompter, please? Go back. To be head over heels for horse racing, but what if you're a jockey and you're thrown head over heels and it's all caught on video camera? Let's meet horse racing jockey Joe Bravo. He's from Hollywood, Florida. And let's also watch Joe in this race in which he was thrown off his horse. Take a look.
At the inside rail. Can he find it? And down the stretch they come. Flanders Poppy from between horses. Vixen Sword on the far outside. Three Bears coming on.
Oh, Joe, I'm surprised that you're here. What happened?
I tell you, Ro, I got really lucky that afternoon. It was a night at the Meadowlands, and I tell you, I thought I had the race won. We were trying to take a chance, and we were behind a wall of horses. This horse should have won by the length of the stretch, and just trying to take a chance of getting through on the fence. And we end up clipping heels with the horse in front of us. Clipping heels is a term of tripping on the horse in front of us. And when he did, he went down. And I was on the horse's head for a couple seconds thinking, man, maybe I can get back on him. But then he stumbled one more time. And I was very fortunate he didn't step on me. And I was able to get underneath him. And they ran away and we got out of it safe.
Let's take a look at this again in slow-mo, because I tell you, this amazes me. Explain to me what's happening here.
I tell you, Ro, you see, I mean, that's when the horses clipped heels. I went up on him, and you can see I'm on the horse's head, and boom, he just couldn't hold the weight. And it's amazing. I mean, I'm underneath that horse all that time, and not one leg really stepped on me.
You didn't get hit at all?
I got banged up and banged around the next day. Oof, God, I was sore.
I bet.
But, hey, let's knock on wood. I mean, I didn't get hurt at all. I was, you know, banged up and all, but I really come out of it okay. I was very fortunate. What we use is flat jackets. I mean, all it does is really, it's not going to save your life. It could, but it just absorbs a lot of the impact when we hit on the ground. There's a back strip along here that's the same material that the police department used in
for bulletproof
vests. It's a Kevlar, and for it don't hurt the jockey's spine. And I was lucky to have it on that afternoon, and I didn't get hurt.
Well, it sure worked. You gonna get back on that horse again?
Oh, that's why I hate watching these replays. Tomorrow I got to ride.
You got to ride tomorrow?
I mean, after watching this, I don't want to get on some horses. Usually I don't try to watch too many replays. I mean, this is accident here. It was only one you had on tape, but there's been several that's been a lot worse. I mean, I've crushed vertebrae, rode with broken ribs. It's a pretty nasty job, but you can't really let anything like that worry. But you got to go out there with, they say, no fear and go on and try to win some races.
I think that's what people say is, why do you do it when you know that every time something like that could possibly happen?
I tell you, next horse I step on, it could be, you know, my last horse I step on. I mean...
Or the next horse that steps on you.
Or step on me, very true. I mean, knock on wood, I've been real lucky and haven't had no bad injuries, but... hopefully nothing happened.
You know, I go horseback riding, certainly not to the extent that you do. And then every once in a while, you know, you get a little feisty one who knows you, and they want to buck you around a little bit. And that is the scariest feeling when you're cantering or galloping and the horse starts cutting up. I don't know what goes through your mind, but I think, oh, God, if I can only make it back to the barn. What goes through your mind when you could possibly be trampled, thrown, broken bones?
Well, a lot of times in a race, their mind are pretty much focused, and they're running pretty well. You got to imagine, they're 1,200-pound animals, and they're running on legs that are size of ours. I mean, and you're going to have stuff happen in the races that'll break down, the horse goes down with you. Matter of fact, the time that I did crush 3 vertebrae, it was kind of a funny story, I'll tell you the truth. We're at Garden State Park down in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and I was going for a leading rider. I was second leading rider at the time, and I was wanting to ride, and I had the flu. I was sick as a dog. I did not want to be there that night. And my agent says, Joe, don't worry about it. Go home. You don't have to ride. You know, tomorrow we'll come back. Go get some NyQuil. You'll be all right. I says, nah, Danny, this horse is favorite. I want to ride him. Let's go on with it. Okay, it's you. I go and ride the horse. What do you know? He snaps his leg. I go down. And while it's all happening, I got hit hard. And at that time, we did not have flat jackets. It was anywhere 6, 7 years ago. And it was really just, everything was happening at the same time. When I stopped rolling, probably one of my scariest moments was when I stopped rolling. I opened my eyes, not even 6 inches from my face, a horse's footstep. I mean, You hate to ever see it. I mean, riders, they have been killed on horses. They've been paralyzed. That could have been very easily one of me.
What do they say back at the stable when something like that happens to you?
No one wants to see it. Nobody even likes to talk about it. It's there. It happens. Let's just try to go on about it.
Because you can hear the broom, 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 broom. You know, you hear those. Oh, gosh. Questions from our audience when we come back, and we're also going to find out how our guests' lives, well, what you're planning for the future. Who knows with this crowd. We'll be right back in a minute.